Okay, it's been a month already? Man, let's do April. April, I know one person named April I've met. Alright, for April 1st. April Fools. April, when I did that with my mom, when I was growing up, I did it not on April Fools. And it was past it. And she goes, April Fools is past, you're the fool at last. Okay, in 2014, the state of New York made it illegal to tattoo or pierce any pet animal. I'm going to say fact. That's just tattoo or pierce. Fact. Got it. I'm off to a good start. All right. Okay, Inky Dinky don't. All right, number 2. George Washington died before it was discovered that dinosaurs existed. I'm going to say fact. Fact! I got number 2. Holy crap. The former president died on December 14th, 1799. The first official scientific description of Dinosaura by biologist Richard Owens occurred in 1842. Wow. Okay, got that one right too. Costco started selling emergency food kits referred to as doomsday kits for the first time in early 2024. I'm going to say fact. I got, it's like 3 in a row if I got them right. Crap. Of course, I'm wrong. There couldn't be 3 in a row. It is not the end of the world. Costco has offered emergency kits with food and supplies since at least 2008. That's what I should have thought of. I should have thought, doomsday kits have been around for years, forever. I have 2 places for like, what do you call them? What do you call those places that you go to that when all hell breaks loose? For like, I got a bug out pack, but I don't know what they call it. Just a retreat place or something? I don't know. Okay, the practice of multitasking began during the 1960s and caught on because humans are uniquely equipped to handle and focus on more than one task at a time. Oh, crap. It's probably a fact. Crap. Oh, I was right. The human brain cannot effectively handle more than one task simultaneously. According to American Psychological Association, it's PSY. I stopped listening. I don't put any stock into anything with PSY in the name. Because my friend, where I used to live, she went through a divorce and had a little kid. And she took him to this psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever the hell it is. And he's playing with Hot Wheels cars. And I think I mentioned this in one of my videos. And he's playing with Hot Wheels, he lines them up. Oh, your son has OCD. Oh, just like car dealerships and the army and all the armed forces and people who are neat. OCD? Yeah. They say stuff for something to be wrong with you, so you keep coming back. In 2025, famed movie director Tim Burton is due to create his own characteristically dark movie version of the children's classic Peter Pan, titled Shadow of Pan. Crap. God, it is crap. I got that one right. All right. Wait a minute. Did I write this one down? Did I get this one correct? I can't remember if I wrote it down. I have to look at the video. Oh well. In Saudi Arabia, if you post a picture of yourself on a beach wearing shorts, you can be charged by the government for sharing nudity online. I'm going to say fact. Saudi Arabia is crazy. My dad went over there with my brothers and cousins for construction in the 80s. And they had head chopping day, and it was a public event. They could have went. They didn't. Oh, I got that one right. Read the small print before you travel. Yeah. I was right on that one. 5. Wow. You know, I could check. Okay. The world's first paper napkins were used in Japan as early as 600 CE? I don't say CE. What is CE? Each white paper napkin was traditionally printed with the unique landscape design. Crap. It is crap. The paper trail leads to China. Paper napkins were invented in China in the 2nd century BC. I'm not saying E. I got that one right. I gotta write that one down. All right. The most famous McDonald's mascot. What? The eponymous red-headed clown goes by Donarungo Makadongorungo in Japan. Crap. Good Lord. That's a fact. Got it wrong. It is translated as Donald McDonald. Unlikely the rest of the world, who mostly use Ronald. Okay. All right. Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, once said, "The two enemies of the people are criminals and the government." I'm going to say fact. Crap. The truth appears not to be self-evident. The quote seems to come from the 1964 essay by author Ayn Rand. I don't know. All right. Cork trees are ready to be harvested. Cork trees are ready to be harvested only after 9 to 12 years, making them the world's fastest growing trees in the world. I'm going to say fact. 9 to 12 years? I think it's even earlier than that. That's crap. Go figure. I was wrong. Why? Cork trees must be at least 40 years old before being harvested, but they live up to an average of 200 years and may be harvested over 16 times with 200 years. Put a cork in that. Huh. Giraffes have the same number of vertebrae or neck bones as humans. That's a big crapola. Tax day. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah. Giraffes have the same number of vertebrae or neck bones as humans. That's a fact. It is no tall tale. Humans and giraffes have 7 individual neck bones. Human neck bones are a ½ inch long. The giraffe neck bones are 10 inches long. Wow. Okay. The word swag is an acronym for souvenirs, wearables, and gifts. I'm going to say crap because I don't know any of that crap. It's crap. Get that right. Swaggerific, but crap. The word swag is not an acronym. Get that correct. Swaggerific. Okay. In Hollywood, California, it is illegal for residents to grow bamboo. It is a highly invasive plant. I'm going to say fact. Crap. Will pandas protest? I got bamboo growing here. And what I know about bamboo is if you keep it cut back, it grows under the ground. It'll spring up somewhere else, but if you keep it cut back, it won't grow there. It'll find some other place to go, like poison ivy. I had poison ivy back in the woods where I cleared all the woods out. I weed whacked it. I went and weed whacked it all out of there. And I just mowed it, and it doesn't grow. It doesn't grow in that area anymore. Ha-ha! You better scrub your legs really good with some soap. Okay. Let the cat out of the bag comes from the cats sold as pigs. Dishonest pig sellers would covertly replace the purchased pig with a cat in the bag. Crap. That's dumb. Why would some... It's crap. I got that incorrect. Hogwash. The differences in size, weight, behavior, and sound between house cats and pigs make it implausible that the buyer would be deceived by swapping one for the other in a sack. That's true. Pigs are big. Make a big fat cat. I don't know. Uh-oh. Central Air's kicking on. All right, this is April 24th, Easter Monday. Between 800 BC and 200 BC. Let's cross that E off of there, huh? There ain't no such thing. Between 800 BC and 200 BC, Ukrainian woman wore grills similar to the modern day dental bridges we wear today. They removed their front teeth and replaced them with removable gold grills with gold and ivory teeth. I say crap. Nobody can be that dumb. But then there's some dumb people out there. It's fact. Man. God, they really did that. Yeah, $1 million smile. Ancient Aztecs and Mayans invented rubber balls as early as 1600 BC. Fact. Yes. All right. They use latex from trees mixed in the juices of a species of morning glory to make rubber. Wow. Okay. Golly. It is physically easier for humans to lie than tell the truth. In fact. No crap. I know a bunch of liars out there. According to scientists, the human brain is naturally prone to telling the truth. Lying makes more mental effort. However, the more lies a human tells, the easier it is. The easier it gets. Yeah. And people do that. They will tell you a lie. And a lot of podcasts I listen to when they investigate a murderer, they'll sit there and say one thing, and then 6 months down the road they go invest. They say, "Oh, yeah, well, we couldn't hear anything because the air conditioner was on." And then they didn't have an air conditioner. Then they finally realized, "Hey, I said we had an air conditioner," and he went back and interviewed that girl again. She said she had the washer and dryer running. Same person. They ended up killing somebody they thought he had money. He didn't have any money. All right, the word club in club sandwich is an acronym for chicken and lettuce under bacon. Crap. I won't say crap. It's crap. Yes, I got it right. Man, I'm on fire. Okay, the club sandwich originated in New York, in the Union Club of New York, City of New York. The club sandwich originated at the Union Club of the City of New York in the 1880s, where member Eli Goddard was credited with creating it. Okay, thanks Eli. I love sandwiches. I think one of my favorite sandwiches is a BLT, right there. According to official boxing rules, all female boxers must have a negative pregnancy test 14 days or less before they fight. I'll say fact. Fact. I didn't write this one down, did I? I got that one right. Only 2 at a time in the ring. That's dumb. Okay, we're getting to the nitty gritty. Since 2007, at the end of the holiday season, the iconic Rockefeller Center Christmas tree has been donated to Habitat for Humanity for repurposed to provide lumber for homes. I say crap. I say crap. I never heard of it before. It's fact. God, man, you suck. In fact, it is a fact, and the lumber is branded with the year of tree served. Is branded with the year the tree served as the Rockefeller's Christmas centerpiece. Huh. All right. During the dynastic period in China, silver chopsticks were used by the ruling classes who believed the chopsticks would turn black if they touched poisoned food. I'm going to say fact. Fact. Death detectors. All right. 11. Is this the last one? Yes. 11 of America's states chose the African violet as their favorite house plant. A plant that blooms year-round. Crap. I'm going to say crap. I was right on that one. Holy crap, I got a bunch of them. The succulent evergreen perennial aloe vera is the favorite among 11 of America's states. A plant that can survive for over 100. A plant that can survive for over 100 years. What do you mean, a plant that can survive for over 100 years? You just set it there and it just, I don't know. So there you go. I got 5, 10, 15 correct and 8 incorrect. Jeez, I'm thinking I'm messing up somewhere. All right, I'll check out my counting thing here and we'll see if I have the right adding. So I'll see you in May.